The Barian clan are just 2 pieces of the puzzle away from having all the pieces they need to summon Zark and reign supreme. However, one of those pieces is with the Organization of the Forgotten, so of course they must go there and stop the organization. However, the Lancers will be there to make sure that both teams are stopped. But on top of all this, we have a future admin who is going to be causing some havoc. Prepare for battle and make it prattle. But previously on Yu-Gi-Oh! Unleashed, because there was a bit of a break between episode 11 and now.
Attack his life points directly.
So it makes it there's a little bit of
end
recap.
This duel. Go, Barian Judgment!
It is also a little fitting in the fact that I'm not counting that one. That's a flashback. We already counted that one. We're not counting it twice.
The Barian clan raided the base.
Obviously.
Of the Synchro Dimension. Luckily, we all managed to make a safe recovery, and since then, had returned to the Pendulum Dimension till further notice.
Yeah.
However,
Retreat!
Draco
Retreat!
Still a little shaken after the duel with Minus.
This is what we keep doing.
Not
Loot
fair
the big
play.
bad and leave.
The Blur's already made a decent recovery after his crash, but he's not the same person we once knew when we met him.
He's currently being
Overall,
visited by
though,
Emily,
at
the
this
rail
point, we
duelist.
Still don't know what the Barian clan plan to do next. But
We'll get to her
I think
story
that's
later.
going to change right now.
Emily isn't very crucial season 2, so I don't mind skipping her episodes. We'll get to it later. We don't need to get to it right now, is more what I mean to say. We will do that stuff in the future. It's kind of funny, though. It's like, there was that little recap thing to remind you what happened last time. Well, I technically skipped the week to, well, not skipped the week. I did the Behind the Duelers episode, so the recap was kind of neat. Sort of. Not really, but you know. But yeah, we lost the big bad. Retreat! Or at least regroup. And now the Blur is getting back to full health, but he's not quite there yet, so we're without him for a bit. Don't worry, he'll live. I can promise you that much. And I can say that spoiler because you probably assumed he wasn't going to die. But he was heavily injured, so that technically counts. Now, let's see how many more victories there'll be more of in Season 2. And how many ties there'll be. Maybe just one. Who knows. Episode 12. Prepare for battle. Declan Corp. Pendulum Dimension.
Hey guys. Hey Hugo.
What's up?
Ugh, about time you got here.
Well, it's nice to
Where
see
were you
you
anyway?
too. I was looking for my sunglasses. You all have some and I
Where
don't.
got here. Oh, well, how is he? That's actually the unique thing. You see, he's gone. Gone? What do you mean? I don't know. I mean, I went to check in at the hospital and they said that he just up and left.
Well, so it's my saying. I
You don't think
was proven wrong in less than a minute.
Sure. And then again, he has been a little...
Antsy.
Look, does it really matter? We have a meeting to attend and... Ugh! Ugh! Take it easy, Draco.
Draco's still hurt from the
Still
duel.
not in good shape after that duel with Minus. Yeah, just... Guess I'm still a little rough around the edges ever since that duel.
There's some salt involved.
Come on, let's go to this meeting. This way.
Alright. Look at all the
Good.
people.
Everyone is here.
Only about 7 of them matter. But hey, showing off this one image is showing more people in the entire arena
Now
than
then,
GX did for its arena
all
duels.
Lancers that I have gathered here today. I have obtained some interesting news relating to the Barian clan and the organization The Forgotten. Apparently, we have learned that the Barian clan plan to obtain the 3rd card that they need in order to resurrect Zark, at which the card is located at
The Phoenix University, yes. Dun dun
It
dun!
appears that the Barian clan have been planning to
You
raid
can join,
Phoenix
shock.
University in order to obtain the card, but in order to do that, they must get past the organization of the Forgotten.
So no problem, we just stay out of this
Why
one.
they
Let the
can't
two
stop the full-out
clans
war
duke it out against
until
each other.
they obtain the card. Planning to what? Quick
It's like that meme, like, the two people I hate most in the world are duking it out. Give me the popcorn.
We have a spy working for the Barrying clan at the moment. He has earned their trust and has leaked this information to us. I'm not 100% sure about this. I mean, wouldn't it make more sense for the Barrying clan to come after, you know, the fourth card? I mean, you did tell them a couple of months ago that you have it, right? Not to mention, even if they did decide to come after the fourth and final card that I have, they'd still have to go to Phoenix University anyway, so there would be no point.
Might as well get the biggest obstacle out of the way.
Regardless, due to this incident, we now have a secure plan.
At least after that, it's all downhill, in the good way.
And take down both organizations. Finally. It is simple. Once the raid begins, we will send a few minor troops into Phoenix University.
This quarry just where Kamen Rider has all of its
battle
fight
between both
scenes.
clans. Once a victor is secured, the spies will set off a distress beacon. Once the victor is secured, the spies will set off a beacon, at which will be the signal for the rest of our organization. At which will be a signal for the rest of our troops to attack and finish off the defending side. The winning side's forces will be weakened. So weakened, in fact, that we will be able to take back Phoenix University.
That's what you think. Yes, sir. When and how?
Yeah. Are you sure this is a good idea?
Nope.
I mean,
We're gonna go forward in a complete mollywop.
They'll be able to benefit off of what they have. I mean, if the Barryan clan wins, then not only will they be able to take over Phoenix University for themselves, but they'll also have the location where the Zark card was buried under their grasp. And then if the organization wins, then Mephiles will have obtained the other two cards. He'll only need one more until he can obtain Zark. Either way, if either side wins, then they'll only be one step closer to their goals. That is precisely why we must strike now. As said before, the winning side will be too weakened from the invasion. We must strike then, and only then, when that side is too weak to continue. It is our best option to take out both organizations. Because if we allow the winning side to stay around for too long, they will surely be able to recuperate.
Clearly.
It's a risk, but a risk we must take.
What if we all just go in there with time roulette?
I will upload a special code to certain Lancer's dual pads. Whoever obtains this code, aka a letter, will be a part of the spies that will be sent to Phoenix University in order to scout out the assault.
Take a wild guess who's gonna get the messages. Just take a shot in the dark.
Huh. I'm the one who's been tasked to... Huh. So do I. Why us?
That's right. Main characters.
We did have a fair amount of encounters with both the organization and the Forgotten.
Which is crazy because Yugioh is inadvertently responsible for part of the secret dimension being blown up. And he's still more trustworthy than Draco.
Where's mine? We have learned that the assault will happen in about a week. Duelists, prepare your decks. Gather your forces. Because you have until then before we
Now granted,
go
the
back
secret dimension part being
to
blown up
the
isn't solely his fault, but
And
still,
this time,
it was under your
we'll
watch.
take it back.
Again, that's like his fault, I'm just saying. He's still more trustworthy than Draco.
My lord.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Ah, Viper.
Nope, Wig doesn't look any better.
Well, I have some interesting news. It is about the Barryan clan that we have been keeping an eye on for some time. Is that so?
Yes.
Not only do they possess two of the key cards that we need for the box, but they are planning to come here. They're planning to invade our headquarters.
Of course
I've been
they
keeping an
are.
eye out on their efforts for a while now. And it appears that they want the card that we possess. Well, in that case,
Let's give it to
prepare
them.
for battle.
What if Memphis just gave them the card?
If it is a
We don't
fight
want any
they
intro.
want,
Go ahead,
it
go
is
on
a
your way
fight
now.
They will get. I've come too far to stop now. If they think they can come to this island and challenge my power, then so be it. I would love to watch the determination drain from their faces once my victory is assured. Besides, they have 2 of the key cards we need, so this conflict would have happened either way. As you wish, my lord. Oh, and one more thing. Really, what would that be? It appears that we have a very interesting intruder that wanted to speak to you personally.
Oop.
We found him washed up on our shore trying to get our attention. I'll bring him in now for you.
Now, can you guess who the intruder is going to be? A. Percy. B. Havoc. C. Sully. The answer was Havoc. I didn't even have time to finish.
Well, well, well. General Havoc. I guess I shouldn't call you General anymore. Oh yes, I know what happened to you. Viper can be quite the chatterbox if you let him, you know. Enough
Viper
of
was
that.
watching?
I came here for
Well, again,
a reason.
Viper did show up after
you honestly
Havoc.
think that beating me
Eh.
in a duel will get back all of your pride and allow you to be accepted again by your pathetically insane dimension? Then so be it. I'd love to watch
Havoc is
you
not
suffer.
going to duel Mephiles. He's not that dumb.
Who said anything about beating you?
Hmm?
Mephiles, I am here to serve.
Don't trust him.
This is unexpected. I wish to join your organization of the Forgotten.
Could have
So
sworn
why
he
decide
joined
to
the
side
Varian
with me?
clan, but then again, I'm remembering
Oh, wait,
more
wait,
of this
actually, no.
round
Don't
2,
tell
so
me.
it would make more sense
It's
this
because
way.
of that duelist Hugo, isn't it? Well,
Yes.
I should have figured as much. You're really going this far to try and eliminate him just because he was the butt end of your mistake. My mistake? My mistake! It was his mistake! His laziness was the reason I was fired!
Havoc
He
is
didn't
like Drew
screw up
McIntyre
so
in
bad.
2024,
None of
but
this
without the
wouldn't
funny
even happened.
memes.
I was the one blamed for
Just
his
pure
laziness.
Blame
If I have to
everyone else
turn
for
to
more
you
for my
just so I can get
mistakes.
back at him, then so be it. With your power, I desire to crush that ignorant being. I'll destroy him and everyone like him.
It's legit Drew
Even if
McIntyre
I
without
have
the
to spend the rest of my life
unbelievable
doing
amount
it.
of funny memes.
That's sure to offend someone. Oh, Mephiles, you know that there's no such thing as the word
Oh.
offend in my universe.
Besides, I'm a villain. I'm allowed to do evil things.
How pitiful.
If you're not offended by the villain isn't doing his job right.
Jeez, you're stubborn.
Unless it's a comedy villain,
You
in
know
which
what?
case, meh.
I like that. You're in. Really? What? Oh, thank you, Mephiles. I will not disappoint you.
Lie.
In fact, I'll let you be one of my admins, but on one condition. You must duel Hugo. That's it. Duel him. You don't even have to beat him. All you have to do is duel him, and you're one of us. Do we have a deal? I get a new position of power, and all I have to do is duel Hugo? Oh, thank you, Mephiles. This is perfect. In fact,
New frenzy cards.
I think these cards should make your service a little bit more,
He is able to support archetypes. That was
especially the one at the bottom.
So I imagine Frenzy went without support for a while.
Is this? Yep.
The very
And
same.
it's all yours. You can keep it so long as you duel Hugo as promised.
Which, given what that's going to be, I guess that means that Yuya sealed those things away with
This is
in the
perfect.
area or something like that.
Absolutely perfect. Fear not, Mephiles. You will not.
It's one of those where it's
regret
like, I get how you got to
I
Zark.
will not let you.
How'd you get
down.
to the pieces?
Oh, I know you won't either way.
I guess I'll explain
Now,
later, maybe.
one of my lackeys here will show you to your new living quarters. Stay there until further notice. As you wish, Mephiles.
Maybe just made his own.
It will be an honor to serve in your image.
What a brown noser.
Sir, not that I'm questioning your orders,
But I'm questioning your orders.
why allow him to have a position of power? He's not even a...
Do you really think there were no strings attached?
Now you're picking up where I'm going down. We don't need to recruit him. We just have to use him. Besides,
He's nothing more
I think
than
he
a
might
body.
make for a entertaining roadblock.
Havoc is a little entertaining. He's watching him get his freaking face stomped in every 5 seconds. What is your least favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series? Capsule monsters. I don't know. I don't really have a least. Well, I guess I gotta pick one. I guess I'll go with Vrains or something like that, just because it was one of those where once I watched that show, it kind of just fell out of the anime. I mean, I watched some of Sevens, but I didn't finish it. But yeah, that was kind of it for me. I guess out of the Master Duel animates, it's that. And if you gotta go off the other rounds, I guess the least favorite. I don't have the least favorite of the rest of yours. I only watch like the first half of Sevens, and everything else I watch from Go Rush has been like AMVs, and out of context, I beam. I love that man. But anyway, as for the episode itself, alright, so now Havoc is going to join the Organization of the Forgotten. Has been given some new cards to go with it. And what's that mystery card? Should be of great importance later. For those who don't know, of course. For those who already know, you know what it is. And meanwhile, the Lancers have now learned about this whole thing that the Varian clan is going to be doing. Which is good for them that they got that intel and was able to figure out what the frick is going on. And that way they can try to storm in when both of their enemies are at their weakest, supposedly. Hopefully this will work out better than freaking the Zashid version of events. We're just like, we'll just beat Valtteri at his weakest. Oh, he did not lose a singular life point. Freak. Oh, yeah. But the strategy does make sense. I mean, hit your enemies when they're at their weakest or something. So it works out in the end. So really, they just benefit. Is this legit play? It's like, we don't even need to do anything. Just sit back, wait, and then when everything's good, storm. There's no other way to do this. Unfortunately, I don't know how well that's going to work, but we'll guess what I have to see about that when the time comes. But anyway, I'm giving final thoughts too soon, so we're going to move on now to part 2. And now part 2 of Prepare for Battle. Spoiler warning, there probably won't be any battling in this episode, but that's what they call it, prepare, to be fair. Anyway, Barry and Clint hanging with
My lord, we have almost
Art
arrived
with
at the
a
island.
full military gear. Frick the card game, just
Soon
shoot
we'll
them.
be on its shores, and the raid, in order to obtain the card, will begin.
I know the battleships
Soon
were
the raid
chosen
shall
for like
begin,
imitation,
and we will
intimidation,
destroy the organization.
but it's still like
Within.
shoot them.
Yeah, that rhymes. Is something funny, Sully? Oh,
Excuse me for enjoying
Forgive me,
life
my
for a
lord.
bit.
Just having a bit of a laugh. You? A laugh, Sully? That is a laugh in itself. I thought you were all serious until the dimensions are united and your family can come back to you. And peace can finally be restored.
Shut
Ridley?
up.
Have you made it your life's goal to get on the nerves of anyone that you come across?
Yes,
Oh
actually.
yes, constantly.
Ugh.
Enough. This isn't the time for jokes. This is a time to be serious. We're about to evade an
Really would have been
island
one of those people that just dress as
surrounded by another
Deadpool and act
organization,
obnoxious as heck.
which have the
But act
very
like,
card
I'm just
we
being
need.
character. No, you're being
Understood,
annoying.
sir.
Important
Remember,
difference.
Once we obtain this card, we are one step closer into unlocking Zark's power. And then we will restore the 4 dimensions to their rightful place. Of course, sir. The 3 of you have already been told our battle strategy. Simply pin down the organization troops to allow me to get to Mephiles. It is obvious that he will be the one who knows where the card is, and I will personally take him down so we can obtain it. Oh, it'll be fun watching them squirm.
Probably.
Oh, and one more thing.
This is important.
What was that?
I just gave all of you herpes.
Right now, I have just given you three the powers of Chaos Draw. The Chaos Draw? It is a special technique that the Barian Emperors used to use. It allows them to manifest the very card that they need within their hands upon drawing. Chaos Draw. So
Just hand out to non-aliens.
you've given
Meh,
us the power
magic.
to cheat.
Pretty
No,
much.
It's not cheating. It's a technique that allows you to manifest the very card that you need.
It's entirely
So
cheating.
in other words, cheating.
Yeah.
No, it's not cheating.
Yay.
Don't get me wrong, boss. I'm good with cheating. If you gave us the powers to cheat, well,
Yeah, really.
I'm into it.
Really, of course, just like, I don't care. I'm cool with that.
Anyway, this technique
I'm just
is
asking for confirmation.
powerful indeed, since it can give you whichever card that you desire. However, if used by one that is not a Barian Emperor, it can be quite dangerous. In fact, I'd say using the technique once per duel is safe enough. Any more times than that could surely be lethal.
This
So
will
use
come
it
up
wisely.
later.
As you wish.
It will be very important to
Overall,
remember.
though, I would recommend absolutely preparing yourselves. This organization is not to be trifled with. They were the ones who managed to evade this university after all. So, let this battle be true. For today, we will be the victors. Of course, sir. Our victory will be absolute. For Barian World.
We will be the
For
victors.
Barian World.
No Kevins here.
For Barian World.
We've got battleships too. They're not
Other
special.
alert news, most of the escaped criminals that have escaped from the facility in the Synchro Dimension are still being apprehended. Some of the escaped criminals include Hasero Throsso and Topia Leatherwood, at which both criminals have not been apprehended at late.
I imagine
Sector
Hasero will
security
come back
has
at some
confirmed that
point.
They are doing everything
Or
they
it's an
can
Easter
to
egg.
capture the escaped criminals. More information on this news as it develops.
Guys, if you want to deal with an angry mob going around running around things, just go duel Jack Atlas. That's how Arc 5 so the secret arc. We all hate each other. Wait, Yugi's gonna win a duel? Let's all go drive along the road and follow him.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Ugh.
Are we there yet? Can someone please remind me why Jones was chosen to be on a scout team?
I'm more wondering where we found him. I know we let the stress mitigate and all that stuff, but he just showed up.
Money. Why not? You know, I'm not surprised that Jones' father just buys out all of Declan Corp and makes Jones the mascot of it.
Don't give them ideas.
Don't give him any ideas.
Yeah.
Oh no. Draco, you know very well why you're not being a part of the scouting mission. But I still don't get it. How come I'm not the one chosen to be on the scout team? I mean, shouldn't I be with these guys? I'm one of the best duelists that you have.
Not wrong.
That's precisely why we need you here. Not to mention, you're still too riled up after your duel with the leader, Minus. It hasn't got to me. In fact, I bet
Clearly it
the reason why
has.
you want to be on this scouting mission is because you still want to get back at him. Look. You're still not letting your loss against Minus go. If you're really going to let it consume you like this, then we might as well not have brought you at all. You're lucky that we even allowed you to come. Now, get
What do
back
you mean
with
allowed
our
me to
little
come? What are you
soldiers
just gonna
and
do?
wait
Leave one of
for
your
the
best
orders.
agents behind?
Yes, sir.
Just be on the front lines, prove yourself, and if you do better, maybe you'll be moved up.
Ugh.
And this way you can
Sorry
start
about that,
stacking
everyone.
wins again.
Now, the plan is simple. Each of you will be split into teams of 2. You will be sent to scout out a certain area on the island and observe the conflict. Once the conflict starts to dive down, you will each signal the rest of us. That will be our prime time to attack. After that, the war will begin. Remember, the prime objective is to be quiet. Make sure that you don't drive any attention to yourself. Either
Jones!
side of the conflicts notice that we're getting involved, then our attack would be all but worthless. We must keep ourselves hidden and secured. On it, sir. I, Jones Turner, will be as quiet as a rhinoceros. I feel sorry for whoever's going to be signed up with Jones.
You're going to be signed up with Jones. Just for saying that.
Now then, more information about your teams and your positions on the island will be revealed as we get closer. For now,
Funnily
make
enough, a
some
new
last-minute
Jones Turner
adjustments to
episode
your
did get
decks
uploaded on
and
S-Code's
prepare
channel.
yourselves for
It
boarding.
was April Fool's Day episode and it gets
Do I
followed
make
by a tramp
myself
at the end. It
clear?
was still a Jones Turner episode.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
I like how Jones Turner just to basically become the unofficial April Fool's mascot of S-Code. Might as well be at this point, why not?
Hey. Oh. Hey, Bit. So, decide to come out here all by yourself? Why's that, then? Nothing, it's just... You know... I never thought that we'd be able to get the chance to return to this place.
I thought you didn't until season
Honestly,
3,
I thought
but I was wrong too.
The world would be doomed any minute once Mephiles found Zark. But now that we know that he needs 4 cards in order to get a chance to obtain him, I guess it does put a bit of pressure on... I mean, no matter which side wins this conflict, they'll both be one step closer to their goals.
So I was going to say, what's up closer to the edge, and I'm about to
if we
break.
obtain the last card that we have, then... Well, we're goners. Not to mention the last time I was sent on a spy mission, by the Evolution Dimension, no less. Well,
It didn't end well.
I just get the feeling that
There's a reason there's a
any
scar on
mission
the Synchro
involving
Dimension.
me is just destined to go wrong. Is that so? Well, then prove yourself wrong. Prove to yourself that you can do this mission right. I mean, you're one of the best duelists I've ever seen. Even after that duel that you had with Mephiles, you're still remarkably skilled. I know that being good in mission and dueling are 2 different things, but you're more skilled than you know. Just prove yourself wrong and tell yourself for once that you can. Because, honestly, that's the biggest problem that I think you have. You focus too much on the fact that you can't, you never bother to think if you can. So tell yourself that you can. You can prove yourself wrong. You can prove those who have ever said anything wrong about you wrong. You are more than you know, Hugo. I know that. Because I've spent some time getting to know you. Even if it wasn't long. You are a good person. You don't need to be good at everything in order to do that.
It's a good speech by Bit.
Just think about what I said, okay? I'll see you later when we get to the island.
Bit may not get many duels, but he gives some good speeches, so that's something. Meanwhile...
Hey. We're almost at the island. We'll be there in a couple of hours. Perfect. So, what made you want to escape from prison? Do you want me to be honest?
I had a vision.
Well, originally it was for a petty reason.
Like
but
revenge.
Then
I like this bow
I decided
interior.
to
It's nice.
Think about it for a bit. I guess something that an opponent I had once made me think of it.
Ridley. Or the boss.
Yes. Honestly, all this time I wanted to prove
It's like
myself
the boss giving
that
the behind the duel.
I was worth something. But in the act of revenge, I lost sight of that and ignored the fact that I already
This is
did
crackling
prove
sounds. It's like all these boats are on fire.
to somebody.
Must have been a mic issue.
I guess now I know what I have to do. So what about you? Why are you heading to the island? I have my reasons.
That's the best we're gonna get.
Well, they better not be similar to mine originally. Wow.
I just remembered who the guy in the coat was.
I can't promise that.
But I ain't spoiling junk.
Regardless, I guess we'll both find out what we're looking for once we get to the islands.
Here we are at the island. Flashbacks ensue. Time to make a name for yourself.
I'm not weak.
I thought I was going to be like, I am not weak. Flashback again. I am not weak. Although, to be fair, if we did do that, that would be a more better motivation than Infinite got.
Here we go.
Yeah. What is your least favorite Yu-Gi-Oh episode of the entire thing? Can we just say all of the recap episodes in a bundle and just leave it at that? Because no one likes this. No, I don't even hate like recap episodes in of themselves to save budget and all that jazz. That part of it isn't a problem to me. It's the part when the recap episode feels like it has to have a plot in the overarching story. Then it's like, well, now I can't skip you. Like that one episode of Reigns where all of the Knights of Hanoi rejoin each other. Just like, no, don't pretend to be canon. You're some stupid filler episode. Just move on. But no, it has to be canon now. Ugh. At least let me skip you. But yeah, it's filler episodes are fun. Filler episodes like that, the recap episode, it's fine to save budget, but it's annoying when watching. But I think everyone's gonna agree with that. That's one thing about streaming that I can appreciate. Just like recap episodes, thing of the past. Granted, now streaming episodes have their own problems, but you know that issue hasn't come up with me. At least not yet. Anyway, yeah, as for the episode itself, okay, that was a good one. Now we got all of our groups getting up, and Draco is so salty about what happened with Minus, but to be fair, who could blame him, really, after what he got destroyed like that? He kind of wants to prove himself, and that's kind of going to be his mission throughout this. Don't worry, you'll get your revenge. Maybe not against Minus, but against another big bad. And Topian is on his way to the island as well. But who's he with in the boat? Time will tell that tale, because I ain't spoiling jack. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. And that's how you find out. And now everyone's heading towards the island to decide for themselves who can be the hero in all this. Or not decide for themselves, just everyone's heading to the island to just figure out who will be the last team standing. Will it be the Pairing Clan? Will it be the Organization of the Forgotten? Or will it be the Lancers? And we're gonna find out. I did like the little moment of a bit inspiring Yugioh to be who he truly is and all that. So that's some good writing. There's no duel in the episode, but doesn't need one. Just good character writing overall, and I appreciate that. So yeah, which team will be the last one standing? Let's find out more in the next episode. But until that time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you all next time. Later.